You're listening to Rebel Spirituality with me, Sam Goldfinch. Here's the truth. Wisdom doesn't follow rules. So each week we're going to explore what it means to wake up your way so you can live a more peaceful, creative and inspired life no matter your circumstances. It's time to blaze your unique path to truth. Hey my rebellious friends, this is a very, very exciting moment. It's just a cool day, like it's episode 100 of this podcast, and I wanted to reflect on some insights I've had over this 100 weeks together. You know, it's 100 weeks that we've been hanging out, and for some of you it's been from the very, very beginning, and some of you have just started listening. And you know, I just wanted to reflect on a few things that just become more and more apparent to me the more I go on this journey. And so I'll crack on, basically. So the first one is just gratitude. It's the power of gratitude. There's a wonderful quote from Sid Banks where he says something to the degree of, if you're grateful for what you've already seen, you'll see more. And I see a huge amount of value in that. Like the feeling for life that I have, the insights that I've been gifted, the people that I've been able to work with, all of you that listen to this, I sit in such gratitude for this. And the more I feel that, the more it seems to show up, and it's just it just looks like a really powerful thing. And you know, to me, this isn't something that we need to practice. It's not necessarily that we need to sit and do gratitude journals or any of that kind of stuff. It's the gratitude for just being, for existing, for, you know, whenever we fall out of our stories, it's what's left. It's that deep recognition of just how much of a mystery this is and how ineffable this all is, and all that stuff. So thank you to anyone to anyone who has listened to any of these, shared any of these, read any of the Substack, liked, commented, joined one of the Rebel Spirituality programs, is who if I'm currently talking to you about things that are new and exciting and upcoming in the autumn, you know, all of you, I just want to say a huge thank you to for the support. And so there's my first thing, the power of gratitude, and the power of just coming into that recognition of who and what we really are, and the feeling of awe that comes from that and what can flow from that. So the second thing is, don't wait. Like if there's something that you've got sight of, like a project, or maybe it's just the conversation or something that you know you want to say and you've known for a while that you want to put it out into the world, don't wait. Crack on. Like I waited. It was all perfect, you know, like it had to be the way it was. It's all unfolding perfectly. So I say this in that knowledge. It's just, if you're ready to hear in this moment someone saying, don't wait, crack on, get on with it. If now's the time, you'll do that. But yeah, I waited a long time to put this project together. You know, I had insecurities, and it wasn't until I kind of was really reflecting on, gosh, if I knew that I only had 6 months to live, like I put a podcast together about this, what would I be doing differently? And I got to hang out with a group of people recently and reflect on that question. And it was really cool what people saw and how differently they saw it. And for me, it was like, I just want people to know that they're okay, that they're all right. And so many of the things that we talk about on this podcast, I wanted to get them out into the world. And so in that knowledge, it's like, what am I waiting for? I just need to put it out there. So if there's something that you feel called to do, crack on and put it out there. You know, insecurity, those feelings of insecurity, those insecure thoughts, it's almost like this idea of the separate self, which of course we can see through if we go looking for it. It thinks it's trying to keep us safe, but often it keeps us small. And if we really come to see, it's feelings that I'm kind of avoiding here. Like you can do feelings. Feelings are safe. We're always psychologically safe. So it's worth stepping into the fray and taking some action and seeing what comes through. So I guess that's my second thing. Don't wait. The third one is that not everyone's going to get it. Not everyone's going to get what you feel called to put out into the world. Not everybody is going to get how you live. And this doesn't matter as to, you know, whether you feel called to create something that becomes $1 billion business, or whether it's just kind of like how your way of living life with your family, or your way of living life with your friends. You know, be a rebel. Figure out what's right for you. Break all the rules. The wisdom doesn't follow rules. That's at the heart of this. This is it's always been the tag and one of the central messages for rebel spirituality, and it continues to be so, because all of the conditioning and the ideas that we have about how we're supposed to live, or there's a right way to do this or a wrong way to do this, there's only your way to do it, right? And not everyone's going to get it. And that doesn't mean that we're going to be thrown out and ostracized or any of that kind of stuff. We can live our lives in a way that feels authentic to us, that isn't of a threat to other people. We can come from love. We can seek to understand other people rather than kind of judge them and all that kind of stuff. And I think there's a huge amount of power in knowing that, because if we're waiting until we think we're going to get to a time where everyone's going to get it, everyone's going to understand, no one's going to judge us, no one's going to have any thinking about how we live our life, well, we'll be waiting our whole lives probably, And so yeah, on the other side of just living the life authentic, your authentic life is a lot of magic, as it looks to me. So I'm not even sure where we are. I think that was number 3, if not number 4. So we're on number 4 or number 5. But this is kind of where I want to wrap it up, because it just looks such a powerful seeing, I guess, for me, is you already have it. Anything that you think you're going to get from creating something, building something, owning something, having achieved something, you've already got it. It's already inside of you. The recognition of wholeness that resides within, inside, not inside your body, but inside being, inside life, is available right now, and nothing needs to change in order for you to live a life of contentment, and for you to be able to access clarity and well-being, and to come home to the health that resides within you. And from that space, you're going to be able to create things, a lot of things. And I think one of the worries that we have is, well, surely, that's the driving force behind me achieving, is going out, and if I just realized I was all okay and all that kind of stuff, what would be the reason behind doing anything? But do we really think we're just going to sit there and do nothing? Do we really think that we're just going to hang out and just watch Netflix for the rest of our lives? We all know how this goes. There's that pulse, that creative impulse that kind of moves through us. Life wants to create as us. We are life. We often talk dualistically about this. We talk about our relationship to life, and life is happening through me, and wisdom is speaking to me. But ultimately, we need to collapse that dualistic way of looking at it and just come to see that you are wisdom. You are life. You are the principles, you are home, you are creating through, or as you, you are creating as you. And that's really worth knowing. So it looks to me that the moment that we fall out of any of the I'll be happy when type patterned thinking that we can so easily get caught up in, we start creating from a true space of abundance. And a lot of the buzzwords and cliches and all of that kind of stuff, which we just hear over and over and over again, we come home to see the truth as it stands, the facts of the matter, which is there's nothing, as Sid said, he put it beautifully. He said, there's nothing outside that can hurt you, and there's nothing outside that can harm you, because there is no outside. And what he was pointing to is inside is this formless spiritual truth, this light show that's appearing, and we're all inside. There is no outside. And if you create from that space, if you create from the space of the formless dimension, where nothing comes and nothing goes, well, it's amazing what you can do. So thank you again for listening. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope to make another 100 episodes or more. There's some really exciting things coming later in the year. There's going to be some real big changes, and a number of you have been reaching out to ask me about those, and I'll be breaking cover soon about those, and this will always be somewhere to find out about those. For those of you who are reading the Substacks, thank you so much. Every one of you that likes, comments, subscribes, it just means the world to me to know that you're there. And it's no small thing to me that you are here listening to these each week, or as often as you do. I really appreciate it. So huge love to all of you rebels. Here's to the next 100, and I'll catch you soon. Peace.